Temporary real estate professionals. We'll take care of you at Hobbs Homes. Wanna buy, sell, or rent? Just let us know. We'll help your dreams come true. Let's set a goal at Hobbs Homes. We got advisors that you can rely on. So let's go. Let's make those moves. It's the Hobbs Home Real Estate Group.
I'm Jay with the Hobbs Homes Real Estate Group, and today we're in Northwest Washington, D.C. in the Petworth neighborhood, where homes range from values in between $125,000 all the way up to $2 million. Today we have joining us Ayanna Douglas, a developer and a realtor within this area and representing this specific property. Ayanna, what can you tell the people about yourself?
Hi, Ayanna Douglas here, and I've been licensed in DC and Maryland for over 20 years. I'm in my 21st year practicing real estate. I'm also a developer, so you'll come inside and take a look at my latest project that I've started. From start to finish, I put my blood, sweat, and tears in it, and now we're on the marketing phase of things.
Awesome, awesome. So let's get right into it. How many bedrooms?
We have 4 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms.
How many square feet?
We have about 2,100 square feet.
And what's the price point?
$1,145,000.
Awesome, let's go give the people what they want.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Families gravitate toward Petworth for many reasons, but not just families. We also have a community, a vibrant community, where restaurants and nightlife are abundant on Upshur Street. We're also near the Petworth Library and the Petworth Upshur Pool. Some of my favorite shops and restaurants along Upshur Street are Timber Pizza, which to me is the #1 pizza place in DC. We also have Lulubell's Sweet Shop, and we also have Little Food Studio to go grab a cup of coffee or a nice sandwich. We are also near the Petworth Metro. With a quick walk down the street, you'll be on the green and yellow line, and we're also near bus lines. So super convenient to downtown, shoot across Rock Creek Park. We're in a great, vibrant community.
Thank you, Ayanna, so much for joining us today and showing us around your property. We're gonna drop your information somewhere in the screenshot below. And people, feel free to get in contact with her as soon as you're interested in moving forward with a purchase. And we're off to our next property, so stay tuned. Okay, so I'm back, and right now we have TCO Boyle for Guaranteed Rate, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the finances behind the properties that we just visited. So 4211 3rd Street Northwest, what does it take for a buyer to get into that?
That's a great question, Jay. So you have a few different options. You really want to know, what the conforming loan limit is for Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and right now in 2022, that is $970,800. So probably the minimum down payment for that would be $175,000, and then you got to factor in another roughly 25 grand for closing costs. So that would probably be a total of about 200 grand, minimum. And that's just for a Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac loan. There are also, portfolio jumbo loans available. For most of those programs, you got to put down at least 10%, so that'd bring the down payment to about $115,000. There might be programs where you have to, don't have to put down as much, but you might want to talk to your loan officer about that to see if there are any programs, where you have to put down.
All right, TC, so I have a few questions for you that I think the prospective buyers would relate to. How do you think the economic changes are going to impact buyers and their affordability?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think, rates going up, I just know certainly that's been scary for some people. The party's over, police have been called, so, but I think overall it's going to be it's going to help out first-time home buyers, because obviously if you're sick of renting and paying the landlord your rent, you don't care if their interest rates are 20%, you still want to buy your first home. Whereas if you're Uncle Ted, who owns like 20 different investment properties, maybe you might hold off on buying another investment property. So I think that's hopefully that will kind of ease the bidding wars, and hopefully that will help them out.
All right, thanks, TC. Well, what are the common mistakes first-time home buyers make?
Yeah, that's a great question. So obviously the most obvious ones is want to make sure that your credit score is good, you keep making your payments on time. If you owe the IRS any money, you want to make sure you get that taken care of. You can get set up an installment repayment plan. Another thing that I see that people just don't always realize is overdraft fees and non-sufficient funds on your bank account. Even though that doesn't show up on your credit report, underwriters see that. They see that as being delinquent. And I know with assets, crypto is becoming more popular, and I think in another 3 or 4 years, I think we're going to be good on that. But make sure that it has to be liquidated into a checking savings account, and you also have to get documentation from whatever third party you use for crypto, that they actually can provide documents that you are the sole owner of the crypto account. So obviously if a third party doesn't have that, you might want to look at getting a gift and try to tackle that head on, or liquidate it as soon as you can, just so that will be seasoned funds and you won't have to worry about it when you do buy your house in 6 months or to a year.
All right. As promised, we're back in the Petworth neighborhood, and we're going to be viewing one more property. And I have superstar realtor with me, Sam Shaybani. Can you tell the people a little bit more about yourself before we enter the property?
Yeah, so thanks, Jay. Yeah. I've been a DC resident for 16 years. Just love this area. Been helping people buy and sell homes for the past 12 years, and here we are.
All right, awesome. So let's just get into a few quick facts.
Yeah.
All right, so how many bedrooms and bathrooms?
4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms.
Okay, how many square feet?
Just over 2,400.
And what everybody wants to know, what's the price point?
1.249.
All right, are you cool with us going in?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. So this house was totally renovated from top to bottom. And I work a lot with this developer, and what I always tell all my clients is when you're looking at a brand new construction, it's really important to look at the details, because what you see in front of you is a representation of all the things you don't see behind the walls. This house has very high quality finishes throughout the property, such as Bose audio systems throughout the house, such as beautiful crown moldings, wide hardwood floors, just to name a few.
Okay, Sam, thank you so much for talking to us about the home, for providing this beautiful tour. Is there anything about the neighborhood that you think people should know?
Absolutely, Jay. So first of all, my pleasure. Thank you for coming through. And we're in the heart of Petworth. What I always say about DC is that every neighborhood differs from block to block. And this specific block is really amazing, because once you talk to the neighbors, there are block parties, people have keys to each other's homes, and it's a really sense of, you get a real sense of community here, and you're half a mile from the metro, and amazing restaurants, walking distance all the way around.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna drop your information within the screenshot so people will be able to get in contact with you. This property is actively on the market, ready to be sold, so jump to it. Okay, so we just finished viewing 4427 9th Street Northwest in Washington, D.C., where the price is $1,249,000. And we're gonna have TCO Boyle break down what it's gonna take for you to actually get into that property. TC?
With that property, obviously it's over $1 million, and keep in mind that the highest loan limit in DC is $970,000. So the minimum down payment you need in order to do that would be $278,000 roughly. You also, then got to factor in closing costs, and closing costs would be around 30 grand roughly, if I had to guess, and that's without any points. And if you're a first-time home buyer, there would be lower, but. So, if you factor that all in, that would probably be about around, a little bit over 300 grand,
Okay.
typically. But
are there any programs that would help first-time home buyers or just repetitive buyers?
Absolutely, definitely. So, there are jumbo loans, you can put down, as little as 10% that I'm familiar with. The rate's going to be a little bit higher, but if you want to keep that money in your bank account, or you're not able to put down that much, then that's certainly available. There might be programs out there that you have to put down less, but just probably want to talk to a loan specialist about anything else that's out there.
So TC, if you're not a first-time home buyer and you already own a home or multiple homes, and you purchased it a few years ago where the interest rates were lower, what strategies would you provide to someone with existing properties to be able to purchase a home now?
Yeah, it's a great point. Great question. So I would say is that with that, it's the advantage to people who own homes is that they have plenty of equity, more assets. People think, especially people with assets, they have to put down 20%. What you can do is, you can put down less than 20%. You'd have monthly mortgage insurance, but that's, sometimes that's not, if you have good credit, then that's not expensive. It's probably a good idea to use those assets to pay off like maybe a car loan or any installment loans, that are $500+ a month. That way, your mortgage payment will be higher than what you're currently paying, but use your assets, pay off some other debt that's kind of holding you back. So that way you can move into that bigger house, and accommodate your growing family, and maybe move into that better school district. And I think that that's a good strategy to do.
All right, thank you for that breakdown. I really appreciate it, and appreciate your time. Remember guys, get in contact with TC if you're thinking about purchasing. He's more than happy to help. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode. I'm Jay with the Hobbs Homes Real Estate Group, and if you're thinking about buying, selling, or renting, give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. Look forward to seeing you guys next time.